enough of that. I got home from work a little late here, but I have got some stuff to go over with you. Some hauls that I got here. Michael might be back. Michael said he might hop on with me here in a little bit, so he might have some stuff to show you. But I came home today, oddly enough, and let me see if I can turn this a little bit. I've had like this art hanging on my wall here. Maybe you guys have seen this before. But it's this negative space splatter ink type stuff. And I got it at a local convention here a couple years ago. And I came home and this was sitting in my office. I assume it came from my wife because she bought me these. So, I see there he is. Better late than never, he says.
I know, exactly.
So at any rate, there was this mystery piece of art here in my office. So we'll have to get the scoop on this, but it's basically the collage of the couple pieces of art hanging on my wall.
Oh, that is cool.
Before negative space was cool, huh? I thought it was nice. Actually, you know what? I think we actually got this at Fan Expo a couple years ago in Cleveland, but I'll have to ask her about it here after the show. So at any rate, that was kind of cool. I also got my short box of comics from Ty Salazar over on the Madhouse here.
Oh, nice. Oh, my gosh.
Big debate about how best to ship this amount of books, but we decided on FedEx, I believe. FedEx. And, of course, I've got a stack of some other stuff that came in today we can open up together. But how are you, Mr. Carlos? Haven't seen you in a little bit.
Yeah. No, so I'm today was my first day back in the office in over a week. I've been battling the flu.
Oh, yeah.
That I don't know if I've ever actually had it before, because this was unlike anything I'd been sick with before. And so, it kicked the snot out of me.
You think you might have got the virus that shall not be named, or what?
No. I mean, I got tested, so this was flu type A, and so yeah, no, it was no, because I've actually had the C virus and twice, and this was not like it. So I should have gotten my flu vaccine. I didn't. But yeah, no, I'm back among the living. I just have a nasty cough that starts up if I get if I start talking too much. So, but I had, it was a birthday weekend over the weekend, so it was decent.
Right, it was your birthday. Happy belated.
Thank you. So the first thing I'm going to show actually is a birthday card, but everybody here will be able to appreciate the awesomeness of this card. I'd never seen anything like this. I don't know where my friends got it from, but it is amazing. So it's a Star Wars themed card. Look at this. Now the thing is, it's fur. It's actual fur.
Well, we'll tell them it's fake fur. The PETA people
and like canvas or burlap or whatever. But this is just the coolest card, and it's just real basic on the inside. They wrote in it and stuff. Oh, whoops. Yeah, it's just hope your birthday, Ewoks.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, super cute. But here's the kicker. This is the thing that really made it for me because I love cool greeting cards. I save them, but I love the attention to detail on them. So this was the card, but check this out. This is the envelope, right? Look at the liner of the envelope.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Swanky.
So it's fantastic. It was very 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 cool. Um, so what's up, everybody? That's just joining us from Monday Halls Live. I'm back after being dead to the world from the flu type A, and then this is cool. My son got me. Also, I'll show this real quick because this is geek themed. Also, Star Wars, hands down.
Nice.
You're the best dad ever. Happy birthday.
Very nice.
That was cute.
Little
That was pretty funny.
action figure.
Yeah. These are the classics too. The blonde. Remember the blonde-haired Luke Skywalker?
Yes. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. I have a gift card to a local comic shop here that I have not yet used. Birthday was on Saturday, but I haven't used it yet. So I'm looking forward to it, to utilizing it to get something that I wouldn't have bought for myself. That's what I always try to do with the gift cards, is to get something that I wouldn't have bought for myself. So you've got some big packages. Are you gonna cold open anything, or?
Yeah, that's basically what I'm gonna do. I've got requests to deal with, some boxes to pack up tonight. I have a total to get out that I need to rewatch the last lot because I was pretty wiped out. We got hammered by a snowstorm up here, so it was a long weekend of dealing with the snow at the house and over at the office, and snow blowing, getting the snowblower running, and then kind of winterizing the house, getting that stuff ready because usually we don't get hit with this level of snow this early. We'll usually get snow, but not in the quantities we got this week. So it was kind of a mad scramble, which kind of put me a little behind at work today too. But so I just got home here a little bit ago.
Okay.
But I've got some cold opens here. I'm prepping. Oh, you're on me. Okay.
Sorry, I switched back because I thought you were about to pull something up and I didn't want to miss it.
Well, the first box I got here has got a slab in it, and I think the only slab I bought recently was from the Cleavers. So they did the old pool noodle approach, which I do like. I do like the pool noodle method for transporting slabs. I think it's a very secure way to do it. They also double boxed, which oddly enough, and I've seen people ship these to me this way before, where they put the small box inside of the big box.
Yeah.
We don't have these smaller versions of the priority medium flat rates. They're not anywhere around here.
You have to order them off of USPS.gov.
I don't know what that gains you if they're less money or not, but
no, they're all free. It's all free.
No, I mean to ship it. It's not free to ship.
Oh yeah. No. It's some of them are marked mailing box, and you have to watch out for that.
So at any rate, what I got here, and I usually don't buy CBCS slabs because I hate the labels. But this was a 9/6 first appearance of Spider-Man 2099.
Nice.
Who, gets hot every now and again, and I think we're going to see him for certain. He was kind of the Miles Morales long before there was a Miles Morales.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, Miles Morales gets all the attention, but Spider-Man 2099 really was ahead of the game there. It was super popular. I mean, he had his own series. It ran for a long time, and he'd appeared in different things. And I'm trying to remember his name. Miguel, right?
Oh, yeah, Miguel O'Hara.
Mohair, right?
He was he
Yellow hair,
was he was Hispanic / Irish.
right. Um, so at any rate, happy to have this. I'm just kind of checking the because like when you get there's a little scratch on the case. I've got a special polymer polish for polishing slabs if they've got scratches in them. I was really surprised at how well that worked. You do need kind of a Dremel tool to do it, but you can buff them out. And I'm looking because anytime you pick one of these up, the first thing you need to look at if you're interested in this book is scuffs on the hologram. Really
Oh
easy
yeah,
to
yeah.
scratch up the hologram here, right? So I'm not seeing any scratches on this hologram, so that's pretty nice. So CBCS is kind of trying to make their name by grading super harshly, and okay, I see. There's one bad corner on this. That's why I got a 9.6. So that's the legitimate 9.6, I guess, because that's kind of a big tear in the upper corner. But really, if somebody would have just pushed that back together a little bit, I bet you they probably would have given this a 9.8. Still, awesome book. I don't know why I keep buying slabs because I can't ever get rid of them. I end up giving them away. Mr. Jackal's always on me about not having enough Spider-Man books, so I've been picking up a couple modern Spider-Man books, which I know you won't appreciate, but Spider-Punk here and one of the Spider India book, I think it is India.
Yeah, that Spider India. What's the deal with that? That's the Spider-Man from like overseas, or?
I had one and sold it. Never read it. Never knew much about it, but I know it keeps going up. So
Really
interesting to see what goes on there. I think there's probably a low print count with it or something. It seems like it's kind of like an off name title. Okay, here's the next one I started to open up, and everything is loose in here. It is a regular Gemini, but everything is loose in here. Not a good sign. No backer boards, no nothing. But probably going to be okay, I think, because it bounces around in there, and you're putting stress on that spine, and the spine does look heavily beat up now because of it. In fact, you can see. See if you can see. Maybe if I hold it right, I can tell that the book is bent. It's tacoed like this.
Yeah. How's the spine?
I can tell it took some abuse. Might be able to press it up, get it looking better again. This is kind of the start of the Vision Quest story. So this begins to regale the tale of Vision, how Vision was created out of the body of the Human Torch. James Hammond and the Mad Thinker was part of that storyline, since Mad Thinker was the main antagonist to James Hammond, the original Human Torch.
Yeah.
We were talking about how many Human Torches there were in Marvel Comics. There's 4, actually. You got Toro, the original Human Torch, James Hammond. You've got Johnny Storm, right? And then there's another Human Torch that was kind of short-lived. But he was also a robot, too. So at any rate, trying to pick a lot of these 134s up. I wanted to have at least be in a VF or better. Let's see what grade I got this in. Okay, Origin of Vision, high grade, it said. High grade is what it said. And you can see there are tons and tons of spy ticks on this one. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 color breaks on the front.
Jeez.
The back is pretty dang dirty. I would have never purchased a book if it looked like this. So I'm going to have to go back and see what goes on with this. I should point this out too. We've talked about this a few times in the past. Maybe my camera can pick this up. The interleaving paper the thin archival paper that you put between the cover and the interior pages.
Yeah.
Here's a prime example of why you do this. Can you see all the red
Yep.
that is transferred off of the splash page title to the inside cover here? And you can actually see that on the front cover through the white here. My camera's not picking it up real well. Especially where the word long is. You can kind of see it maybe a little bit, but you can see that there's red behind there. But that's why you should be putting interleaving. In fact, you can even see it on the yellow here too. Can you see the red?
Now I thought at least some of the red was acid burn from the acid from the pulp in the pages.
Nope, it's transferring the ink straight across. Can you see that?
Okay. Yeah, I see it.
Red ink is the worst for transfer. But I'll be writing some hate mail to this guy, high grade. As it sits, the best this book could possibly be is probably a 5.5, maybe a 6 if I pressed it. So I don't see how that's high grade. I didn't pay a ton for it, so we'll see. It was one of these things where I offered him a price for it. He took it. So that's probably why he didn't care and chucked it in a mailer. Didn't even bother to try and secure it. If you're going to do that, don't sell the book. Don't sell the book. Don't take offers. If you're going to be that bent out of shape about selling it. But I'll have to check and see how many sales this guy's had. If he's from Clarksville, Tennessee. Got to watch out for those people from Tennessee, apparently, huh? But at any rate, if I'm going to be having issues with a book or I'm going to be returning it or something like that, I usually, if they leave a packing slip, I usually put it right back in the bag so I know I got to deal with it. We'll get rid of that one. This one, I saw this one. I'm like, oh, yeah, nice. They sent me at least a magazine-sized mailer because I got a bunch of magazine-sized comics to ship out here. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it'd be kind of nice to have one of these. Maybe I bought a magazine. I can't remember what I bought. So open this one up. Lo and behold, another Everything's Loose in the box here. Okay. This is another one that I sold my high grade copy of this a while back, and I thought I had another one, and I didn't. So I wanted to pick up another near mint candidate, and God dang it. It now has 1, 2, and I checked this book over with a fine-tooth comb, the photos, because I wanted to be sure I had a 9/8 candidate book. And now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 color breaking ticks on it.
Oh, wow.
So that's 2 for 2. 2 for 2 books I got to deal with. And, that's... I kind of harangue eBay for a reason. I still buy the occasional books. Half the reason I still buy books on eBay is so I have stuff to talk about on the show. So we've got some good disasters going on here. I've been trying to phase that out. Been getting a little bit more aggressive about trying to directly contact people to buy collections. Buy their personal collections, stuff like that, which I've always kind of done. But I was supposed to meet a guy this weekend about his magazine collection, and he ended up rescheduling, probably because of the weather, which is fine. Nobody wanted to travel this weekend. So that was fine. Oh, we've got some personalized notes going on here.
He wrote you a love letter.
So this must be from somebody I know. Probably should look at the label, huh?
Wait, what did it say? You rock what?
Oh, this looks like it's from our man, old Taterade. Tate Prime.
You rock, brother.
Yeah. Let's see what old Tate sent me here. And I owe Tate, I would give him a copy of the Thor Indigenous peoples covers, indigenous peoples, something like that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a couple copies. It was only like a $5 book. I said I'll just give it to you, and then I sent out his box and I forgot to put it in there. So I'll have to ship that out to him because I was watching and I saw him win the entire set of indigenous peoples covers, but it didn't have the Thor. It was just missing the Thor cover. So,
No.
what did I
What's up,
buy?
Tricky Trapster, Amazing Spider Flint, Spider Girl? Good to see all of you with us tonight.
Oh, I didn't have the comments turned on. Oh.
That's okay. It's all right.
Trax is here.
Yeah, Trax.
You think the CBCS slabs are that much better? I mean, the old ones were terrible.
They are really solid. The new ones, but they can't. I don't know why. When they went through all the trouble and expensive new slabs, why they wouldn't have just done the labels.
It also used to be they were slightly smaller than CGC. But I see the new cases are just slightly different in shape. And actually, they're just a little bit larger. Just the slightest bit larger. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it hanging over on the end here. Probably not with this camera.
Mm-mm.
CBCS slabs are slightly larger than CGC. It does feel sturdier in the hand. I will say that. Like you can take at least especially the older, and you can kind of press them like this, and there's a lot of play in the slab when you squeeze them.
Mm-hmm.
And when I squeeze this one, now the other part of this is a thick book, so I think this is a thicker casing too, because they use different ones for the square bounds and the thick issues.
Yeah.
So that could be part of the deal here, but like this, the new CGC has the recessed portion back here. I don't know what you're saving material on. You still have 2 layers of plastic there, so
right.
I'm not sure what you're gaining, but different. But here's my thing. If I look from across the room, or if somebody's got a bunch of slabs on a wall, what's easier to read the grade from 20 feet away?
Yeah.
That's the issue. Right? You know that this is a 7.0 from across the room. This one, you can't really read it really well. That's the issue. Even if they would have just made the numbers gold or some other color to stick out and made the numbers larger, that's part of the other issue. CBCS needs to make the grade numbers larger on the label would help.
Well, and the font too. If you look at the font, the readability of the font, they wanted a little bit more stylized font, and they paid for it in readability. It's to me they're less readable.
I would say that that's exactly the same font.
No,
yes.
No, absolutely not.
Yes, it is. Look at the angle of the 7 and the angle of the 9 and the 6.
That
same font. It's just smaller and more condensed.
Yeah. Okay. I guess. Huh.
I look at fonts and have to match fonts, especially when I'm doing like signs for people's businesses. Like I'm getting really good at spotting font families, and I have a font finder app, but that's something I'm really cognitive about, so I kind of pick that up right away. You got to see the difference in. I guess the camera's not picking up. See how it's hanging over on the one side there?
Yeah.
Just slightly bit larger. This is first Barbie Bannister and Irving McGuire. I sold my copy of this a while back. Man-Thing's super hot.
I'm
buying Man-Things anywhere I find a Man-Thing comic. I'm usually buying it because he's a great character, and
I can't believe they nailed him. Like they nailed it.
Yeah, they did. They did a very good character.
And Werewolf by Night. I know some people griped a little bit about the design of the werewolf himself, but I thought it was good. It was a throwback to the Lon Chaney era.
I have been kind of putting together my Incredible Hulk run. It's kind of a run that I've neglected for a while. It started with picking up the McFarlane Hulks, apart from the old ones. I sold off all my high grade copies of the earlier ones from 102 on, and I'm slowly getting them back again and working on my 20-cent, 25-cent books. So Tate had a couple. I picked them up. Star Brand. Some people love him, some people hate him. He was played heavy in the Incursion storyline that's been talked about quite a bit. It was part of this new universe. A lot of those titles didn't last. A lot of those characters people hated, like DP7. What was all part of the new universe? I'm trying to think all the titles from the universe.
Wasn't there one like
pretty dang tired. You had Star Brand, you had DP7's the one that sticks out of my mind because it was the most ridiculous one.
Yeah.
There was like a bald barbarian guy with a sword. I can't remember. It might have just been called New Universe. Maybe the chat knows. At least they put in a Gemini over a pizza box. There you go. The red dye loves to carry over. Absolutely, Pete. Hey, Tricky. Good evening, everyone. Spider Flint. Hey, Spider Girl.
Night Mask. There you go.
Night Mask. Yeah, there's another one.
That
right.
Was one.
Right.
Wasn't there like a Warriors one?
I'm gonna have to look it up.
I don't know. I could be completely wrong.
No, there was like 4 or 5 titles in the new universe, and there was like a sword and sorcery one. I know that in particular, Old Lawman used to love to harangue DP7. Night Mask, the Kickers Inc., Spitfire, and the Troubleshooters. Didn't know anything about that. Star Brand, DP7, Psy-Force, Justice. Justice was the one I was thinking about, actually. Mark Hazard, Merc. I didn't know about it. I can't remember Urk. But it's Earth 148611. You know, I don't know where they picked these numbers out of. Because the main Marvel universe was 616.
616.
And this one had to have 7 digits instead of 3 digits. Now I got to look up what Mark Hazard went for 12 issues, for Pete's sake. DP7 made it for almost 3 years. It was like a paranormal investigator, like paranormal cop type thing. I'll have to pull out some of those one of these times. Night Mask was totally a ripoff of Batman. Psy-Force,
did he
another paranormal thing. I don't remember Spitfire. Spitfire only went for 13 issues 1 year. Oh, it's kind of like a Big Force 6 where they had like a big robot too. But Star Brand was the one character that kind of survived the new universe era. Night Mask a little bit, but not as much as Star Brand. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I've been trying to fill out is my Shogun Warriors. I'm trying to get this in duplicate so I can try and put together a lot of a complete set of Shogun Warriors. This came out of the 80s when. So this is actually started in the late 70s and early 80s, but like Japanimation, Japanese electronics. I mean, all the good electronics came from Japan when I was a kid. All the cool stuff, all the robot. We used to have little robots and stuff you'd stick batteries into. A lot of the video games, all that stuff, the cool ones came out of Japan. So that's where the Shogun Warriors kind of came from. And that kind of carried over into some of the music too. Here's a Thor 313 of the monster issue. We have rampaging monsters, right? Trial in Asgard. I got a really nice high-grade copy of this in the mail here the other day, last week.
It's the first Squirrel Girl, right?
I sold a couple of these, but I was yet to get like what I thought would be a good 9/8 candidate, and I don't know. This one is a borderline 9.8. I think it's probably going to end up being a 9.6, but you never know. You could roll the dice. It's a square cover. They may be a little bit more forgiving, but still gorgeous, gorgeous copy. Um, more and more, I keep telling myself I'm not going to buy low to mid grade books anymore, and a deal comes by, and I'm still buying it. So. I'm trying to remember what I bought from Ty Salazar. I know a lot of it was Marvel 2-in-1s. I think it was a complete run of Volume 3 Submariner.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God. So let me see how quickly I can cut this open and take a gander. And we shall rate Ty Salazar's packing. I will say that I have got stuff from him before, and he usually goes overboard with his packing. So I doubt we're going to have much to complain about, other than it might take 3 days to unpack it. Which is, there gets to be a point where it's tedious, and you can, if you put way too, like if you, here's my issue. All right, say you wrap something up in bubble wrap and then you completely encase it in packing tape after it's inside the box. Don't do that. You end up damaging the damn book to get it out. That's my issue. It should be easy to unpack. The book should be safe, secure, but easy to unpack, so there's no risk of damaging the book while you're unpackaging it. And that's what people don't get. They think that they're doing good when they ball it up in bubble wrap and mummy tape it with packing tape. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't. It's absolutely no fun to open. It's frustrating, especially when I get 10 packages to open. Yeah, I tell you what, Old 4 Pete got one of the really, really great deals for me last night. In fact, I've had a lot of people call and ask me if Pete followed through on that purchase, which of course he did. But I probably priced it a little too low, but such is the way. One of my favorite books. This is The Coming of the Red Wolf, first appearance of the Red Wolf, right? The guy's name is William Talltree.
That's that's the first Red Wolf.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the first Native American superhero printed in comics. And the mantle of Red Wolf was bestowed upon him by the Cheyenne god. Let me see if I can butcher this name. The Cheyenne god Ottawatea. So he was a Cheyenne. The Cheyenne were kind of like Plains Indians, kind of like the Apache. Anyways, cool book. But good old 4P got that one. So far, so good. Easy to pull out this 2 foot deep of packing tape. Oh, I forgot he's a saran wrap guy. So he saran wrapped the bundles. The only danger with saran wrapping stuff is that you tend to pinch the edges.
Yeah.
Can you see how that is? They're probably going to be okay. Don't want to nitpick too much because he did a fantastic job. Otherwise, that one's, see how one side's, and we'll see if he did it the proper way where you put front covers facing each other and then you rotate them 180 degrees so you don't have like all your spines on one side. It's like really thick on this side, really thin on that side. I'm sure he did. Ty Salazar is very good at packing, and he did a very good job with this. I'm impressed because he put, at least it looks this way, he's got at least the backer boards facing out. I'm not looking at a comic cover. Another plus. I'm about to have the Leaning Tower of comics here. How many comics do you think that is so far, Carlos?
Geez, that's like At least 100, maybe 140.
I think you're talking 300 comics.
Wow, wait. So is each brick? Yeah, it feels like each brick is like 20.
Well, remember, a short box can hold like 300 books, right?
Yeah. Well, I guess
Depending
depending on
on
the
what they
size of the
are.
short box.
Yeah, these are kind of bent over. So if you're going to use saran wrap, be careful because you are compressing the books on the side. That's why I use blue tape. So don't pinch them, but otherwise I can't complain. We've had a lot of snow. I had one package come back. I'm assuming because it got snow on it and the label got wet, became illegible, and they brought it back to me, and then I slapped a new waterproof label on it and shipped it back out today. But that's the other problem with when we get these big snowstorms, it slows shipping down.
Yeah, that sounds right. Tracks.
So
Again.
he did not put the comics facing cover to cover. He just stacked them up here, right? But still, we'll let him go. But this was, yeah, the entire run of Namor, Corporate Raider Namor.
Oh yeah,
Which was the run I read as a kid, and
Namor McKenzie, Corporate Raider.
And I kind of destroyed most of them, so a lot of them got thrown out when I went to college. Gigantos, old Shamu monster. But I can tell these are kind of bent a little bit. That's what it doesn't matter. I got this for a. Oh, look at that! I didn't know they had a Nazi cover. I don't remember this. Why don't I remember? I thought I would have remembered that. I didn't have a complete series. I missed it.
I've never seen that one before.
So that's got to be. I sold this on the auction last night. Actually, it is Warrior Woman. That's who that is with the whip and the boots. That's Warrior Woman. Let me see if I can show people that book here. Because I just had it out because I have to get a total for that auction lot last night. But let's pull that up. That was one of the ones I didn't include. Looks like it's not going to show itself. That's fine. Warrior Woman was first appearance was in Invaders. Of course, Namor was in the Invaders.
Yeah. MT, you're freaking me out with that huge stack of bricks next to you.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere. There's too much weight on it. Let's see here. All right, well, let's count, figure out how many there are in the stack, and then we'll figure it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 in a stack times 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 24. But I will say, like this stack right here, it looks like it's got more than 20 in it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 24. Okay, that one had 24 in it too. Okay, so what are we talking? Just under 200 books?
Yeah. That's more than a short box, but it's not a long box.
I think I paid right around $1.10 a comic or something like that. It wasn't bad. I mean, there wasn't any real big books in here. It was just kind of 90s Namor books, stuff like that. So
nice pickup though.
And as soon as I bought it, I regretted it because it's like, where the hell am I going to even store these? I'm running out of room everywhere. I'm going to have to go get me a storage locker or something or build an addition on my house to house comics. Oh, I remember why I bought these. Because he had... Ooh, these are in nice shape. Ooh. Nice. He had a really nice run of Marvel 2-in-1, and I noticed they were really high grade looking, and I will say they kind of followed through on being high grade. these had some interesting covers, some interesting stories in here that had ties to the main titles here. There's a good one. Project Pegasus.
Yeah. First Titania and the Death of Deathlock.
Yep. And good old Hydra Bob there, right?
So MT, I got a comic history question for you.
Sure.
How did the Thing score his own team up title? Because usually that was only reserved for like a top tier character.
Well, the Thing kind of was a top tier character for a long time, and he had his own. He had his own series. He had his own title.
Yeah, I remember that. I just didn't realize his popularity. Because I mean, it was like DC Comics Presents was a Superman team up title. Marvel team up was a Spider-Man team up title. So I get those. I'm just kind of.
I'm not quite sure why, other than he is a very distinctive character, and you know that it's him on the cover from across the room.
Gotcha.
Easily identifiable character. Like immediately, you know that's the Thing when you see it, right? Kind of like the Hulk. But even the Hulk can be a little ambiguous because there was a lot of green-colored monsters out there.
Yeah.
Here you've got an orange, rocky-looking guy. There wasn't too many other things like him, and he's very distinctive on the cover. That's my guess. As far as branding and customer recognition goes, I have a feeling that that's why. But the other reason he had a couple of old Nova books. There's another good one, the Tigra.
Oh, yeah.
And he was on there with the Cougs. Because that's another one I haven't finished filling out yet is the original Nova run. And he said that they were pretty high grade, the couple copies that he had. And they actually do look that way. Was this stolen from Conan the Destroyer movie, where he has to battle the thing behind the mirrors?
Oh yeah, I remember that guy.
You decide. Fear in the Fun House. And then what is that? Old Diamond Head or something?
Oh yeah, it's
the black guy with wings there.
That's Condor.
Condor, huh?
Yeah, I think it's Condor.
The Sphinx, though, is a very cool character. He was a Nova villain, and his relaunch in the Finch run of Nova, he had an awesome character design. There's Quicksand, which the Sandman, the Sinister Sandman, who was also a Hulk villain, on top of a Spider-Man villain. Old Yellow Claw, and Yellow Claw was a Golden Age villain that crossed over many different comic titles and comic publishers. Little would be considered culturally insensitive today, but still, he was a great character.
Who was
Robot Yellow Claw. You know who Yellow Claw is? He was a Mandarin Fu Manchu looking character.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That was from the Golden Age. That's him right there.
Yeah.
Agents of Atlas used to fight him. The Devil, who was the boomerang wielding guy, who was red and blue, fight him in the Golden Age. A lot of people fought him in the Golden Age. Robot. Project X is a robot-looking Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes is very distinctive with that hat and plaid schmuck. And he's even smoking a pipe, even though he's a robot. Hilarious. What if the Daredevil killed the Kingpin? Is in this, but I'm not going to go through all of them. You guys know. Well, I don't know what time is it here. Yeah, I got stuff to do. It's almost midnight here. I got home late, and I've got some IG messages to reply to. Finding some books for people, getting some totals out. Oh yeah, that's right. He did show that because this is one I was missing. I don't have this one. the 2-in-1 with Nick Fury.
Huh.
Nick Fury dies for the 500th time. The only person that dies more than Nick Fury is Captain America. Every third issue in Captain America is Cap dies. He's going to be killed. It happens way too much in that.
Nice.
Oh, I remember this one. I was going to talk to. Do you know who Prester John is?
Wait, who?
Do you know who Prester John is?
No.
He's a biblical figure.
Wait, Prester?
Prester John.
Prester John.
You're going to have to do your homework here, Carlos.
I obviously do.
We will reconvene. Prester John is a very, very famous figure from the Holy Lands, tied in heavily with the Templars and the Crusades in the Middle Ages. So you're going to have to do your homework on who Prester John was.
I need to.
You should know who Prester John is. The Golem, who's an actual character, end of a legend. What do we got here? Ooh, Wonder Man, the death of Wonder Man. He died again.
That's
Where's
from
the
the 90s series, right?
Yep, issue number 10, Simon Williams. I don't know where I'm going to put these. I'm out of short boxes too. I do have a couple long because, like, I'm trying to get away from long boxes because I hate having to move long boxes. They're just too damn heavy and there's just too many of them. So I kind of switched over to just buying more short boxes. So I do have a couple abandoned long boxes in the basement.
MT, have you ever heard of Nerdstalgia?
There's a great one. Look at that Thing and Man Thing with the Cosmic Cube and Captain America on the cover. It doesn't get much cooler than that. Nerdstalgia? No, I don't know what that is.
So he makes. He's actually, I think, pretty close to you. But they make custom comic furniture. My birthday / Christmas present this year, my wife finally gave me permission to go ahead and invest in comic book storage, like custom made drawers, like the ones I have here, but they're drawers instead of stackables. And she has given me permission to go ahead and buy a set to house my personal collection, and then all the books for spec and for sale would go into would stay in short boxes. So I highly suggest it for you, though. For you, it's going to be a massive buy.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting after. If I buy one, I'm going to have to start buying it for it. Here's one I didn't even know existed. This is another one I don't have. The Thing and the Stingray.
Okay, I'm jealous for that. Because I Stingray.
Phenomenal costume design. I mean, stellar costume design on Stingray.
It really is. And yeah, I mean, he doesn't have like a great origin, like really original origin story, but it's just such a cool design.
I mean, it's hard to come up with new costumes, new character designs. You know, they've all kind of been done already.
Right, yeah.
And it was a very unique take. And there was a character in DC that completely ripped it off afterwards. There's a good Morbius one. I don't know what Morbius' attack. What's he going to do to the Thing?
I think it looks like the Thing just punched him in the nards.
What's he going to do? Bite him in the eyeball? The only part you can get into is his eyeball, which is why they had to stick a needle in his eye to save him that one time when he was having heart problems. Brigadoon. I wonder if that's part of the Badoon. The Badoon did kind of look like that. But we got ourselves Power Man, which is Luke Cage.
What's up, El Green Machine?
Some Lyrion. So 90s. This Namor is just so 90s. The Steven Seagal ponytail.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the one I just gave Mr. Jackal. This is the infamous cover of Sue Storm.
Yeah. Yep.
cheap on their man there.
Sue Storm done gone to the wild side.
There's a cool Wonder Man cover. I never collected Wonder Man. I did have one or two of the books, but not certainly not deep in the run.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I better go. I'll just sit here and show comic books all night because I got stuff to do. But
I'm gonna take over showing a few books.
good. I'm gonna skip out though.
Yeah. We'll bid
Thanks,
you
guys. I don't think they're that much better, but I think the grading is comparable at the 9.9 level. Okay, that's fair. Let me catch up on some of these comments here. Jim Shooter said that New Universe didn't have much of a chance because the company wanted to cost cutting about that time and didn't have much marketing budget. Yeah, stories weren't all that good either. So there's that too. DP7 had a decent premise. I think that they were trying to compete with Sandman. Because I think that's around the same time as early Sandman, right? I have that wrong. Early 90s?
I don't
A
know.
little bit later.
It's a
Some universe numbers are delivered. A new character called Night Spider, Felicia Hardy, gains spider powers in her universe 194. Okay. Cool Easter egg. Okay, yes. I bought a short box, was 150. Okay. And a long box was 300. That's probably right. They do make two different size short boxes, though.
yes. Actually, I think there's 3.
Is there?
Yeah,
I know that one holds slightly more than another.
Yeah, they really do. Like those art ones, the ones with the pre-printed graphics, those are actually, I think, a slightly different size than the larger and shorter ones of the short boxes, which is bizarre. That you would think there would be like a
Universal.
but it really is. It really does vary based on manufacturer and what you get on it.
I've been kind of sticking with BCW because they've been the most cost effective and still durable boxes. Their quality has kind of gone down a little bit in that they don't always fit together quite right, but still, for the amount of boxes I have to buy, it just kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm buying them 10, 20 at a time.
Right.
But all right. Thank you, Carlos. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for everybody in the chat showing up saying hello. Tell us what you guys are collecting. Tell me what you think I should be buying. I'm still looking for a new title to buy and read here because Thor is still the only title I pay for down. I'm down to one subscription these days, and not much being printed nowadays is worth reading, unfortunately. So if you find something good, I'm even willing to dip my toe into the indie universe, which I'm not big on indie books, but I think it's time to start supporting some free market of ideas here to hopefully pressure them to get back to telling legacy character stories or telling stories that at least have a good story at the heart of it. Compelling story. Even if you want to get a message across, tell a good story. That's the best way to do it. Tell a quality story, weave it in, and you can get a lot of really good messages across. So, at any rate, do a power bomb is good. What's a power bomb? I don't know what that is. Do you know what that is?
No.
Okay. All right. At any rate, thanks, guys. I'm out of here. Thank you, Carlos. We'll see you all.
CMT, you take care. Hey, everybody who's watching right now, thanks for tuning in. This has been Monday Halls Live, and I'm Carlos Collects Comics. I'm back after a week-long bout with the flu. Just got back in the office today. I'm still feeling it, still got some of the cough, so I might do a little bit of coughing. But big, huge thanks to MT, as always, for hanging out with us and showing us some of the books that he had. And some of his eBay shipping fun that he got mixed up in this past week to week and a half. So I want to share a couple books with you real quick and a couple mini reviews, and then we'll wrap it up for the night right at an hour. Let everybody get on with their night and get this Thanksgiving week started. This is one of the best holidays because it's a great time to reflect on what we're thankful and grateful for. And I take a lot of stuff for granted. And so it's always a good reminder to me to be thankful for the things that I have instead of wishing for the things that I don't. So, but I'll come back to that in just a second. So real quick, so I picked up some books. I had some books come in, not many. I have drastically cut down the amount of brand new books that I am buying, because like MT said, there's a lot of stuff. It's just, it's just kind of the same thing over and over. So I've shifted more dollars over to classic books, filling out some runs of mine. And then, oh my gosh, what in the world? I think somebody just got lost here.
I got it. Hey, where's MT at?
Man, you just missed him. Wait, are you MT? Are you MT wearing a beard? That's what it is. Okay.
No, I said to jump on and it's already over?
No, he left. He showed off his books. I'm showing off mine. If you got some books to show off, give me just a couple minutes and then I'll flip back over to you. You cool with that?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah. So hey, Michael's going to be joining us tonight, everybody. Right. He's not MT. He is MP. That's right. Michael Presses. So there's a couple new books. As you know, I've been reading the current Moon Knight run. That's right, Trax. You never do see them in the same room. That's why at first I said, wait a second. Is that MT with a huge beard on, or is that MP with the same beard that he's always got? Okay. So Moon Knight, that's right. We said Steven Seagal and Michael appeared. That's it right there. So I've been reading Moon Knight. I'm still enjoying it. I am still enjoying it. I don't think this is not the most recent issue, but this was the one I had in this stack for some reason. This is issue number 17, but I think I just read maybe issue 20, and the only one I have left to read, I think, is the annual. I really want to catch the annual. So Moon Knight, it's become a little bit rote, a little bit predictable, but it is still a solid book. And I'm a Moon Knight fan. I don't have any of the classic books anymore. I have a couple here and there, but I did. I have been reading it. This is the new run that is going on right now, and it's decent. It's decent. That they've got Hunter's Moon in there. He's still in the mix. Well, spoiler alert, was still in the mix, but I think coming back. And so Moon Knight, I can still recommend it. You can pick up the trades now at this point with where the issues are getting to. New independent book that came out, or a couple new independents and then a DC book. So this is a series that kicked off this last week. No, the week before last, called Specs. And this is a short run independent book from Boom Studios. And it's this idea that there's a special mail order set of glasses that these two teenage friends find, or that they get, one of them gets it, and it starts granting wishes. But it's kind of like a monkey's paw type of thing, where the wishes they grant don't always manifest exactly how they expected. So it got me enough to where the first issue got me enough that I said, okay, I'm going to read the second issue. But it's I don't know, it's not like the greatest thing that Boom Studios has ever put out, but I thought it was a decent enough first issue that I would pick it up and read it. And it kind of.
Well, did you read it?
Huh?
Did you read it?
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. I read it, and the first issue, it's got a decent enough cliffhanger that it made me say, okay, I think I'll read the second issue.
It kind of sounded to me like They Live. That's what I was going to ask you. Did you?
Yeah, it's not like They Live. It's not where he puts on the glasses and you see something. like you see the real beings or something.
Right.
It's like they put on the glasses and he makes a wish, and the wish comes true, but it doesn't come true exactly the way he wanted it to. So like the cliffhanger is that they make somebody disappear. And so I'm not going to give away any more than that, but they make somebody disappear, and that kind of sets off the story. There's also like a little subplot where the main character has a crush on his best friend, and so they're kind of trying to weave that in there. But I guess it's for 2022 or something. But I don't know. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't the strongest Boom Studios first issue that I've read. But it was that cliffhanger thing was enough to make me say, okay, I'm going to try it issue 2 and see. So that's it. It's definitely not like a Something is Killing the Children or at that level. Here's the independent that I was pretty interested in. This is called Traveling to Mars. This is from Ablaze. It's by Mark Russell. So in this one, this is about the first manned flight to Mars, and it's actually kind of an amusing, not tongue-in-cheek, but like it's done with like a dry wit, but it does have a sense of humor to it, about the main character and his predicament, but it definitely has some heart to it. He's kind of like a lovable loser who nobody cared about until he became the choice for being sent on the first manned mission to Mars. But the reason he got chosen for it was because he had like nobody cared about him on Earth, and he didn't care about anybody on Earth, or he thought he didn't until the flight launches, and he realizes he won't get to see certain family members ever again. So that was where the first issue left off for this one. I do recommend this one. I recommend it more so than Specs, because it had some heart to it, and it had these oddball little moments where I was just like, like as I read it, I was just like, oh, that's kind of cool. And I just thought, hey, this is a neat story. So Traveling to Mars, by Mark Russell, with art by Roberto Melli. This is by Ablaze, and this was issue number 1. I think the A cover. And so I do recommend this one as an indie pickup for I guess 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. See, Amazing Spider Flint says Scott Snyder has a 3-issue horror title, Night of the Ghoul, number 1 and number 2 are out. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Okay, so last new book pickup for like 2 weeks ago. So DC is doing something right now with where they're relaunching, I think, Stargirl and the Justice Society of America. And so Jeff Johns and others wrote a one-shot called The New Golden Age. So this is a decent book. I think Jeff Johns hits it out of the park sometimes, and then sometimes he doesn't. He has done really well with taking C and B level DC characters and revamping them, and like with the Rebirth series of storylines that he did, the Hawkman, and then the Green Lantern, and then the Flash. He did a really good job with those. I wasn't as big a fan of Doomsday Clock, because I just felt like they were aping Alan Moore style too much for that one. But this is decent, for a one shot with a $4.99 price cover price. I thought it was a decent page count, decent read, but I think it just, if the goal for this was to kind of get me looking forward to the new Justice Society of America book, I was kind of like, okay, because it does, it is like a future story. Like it is going to be Justice Society of America, like in 10 years. And there's some alternate multiverse type stuff going on with Helena Wayne and the murder of Batman. So I kind of, I thought it was cool, interesting take. But it was, I didn't feel like it was Jeff Johns' best work, but I felt like, it's a decent read. I don't know if it's worth $5, maybe, look for this like when it comes out, like when you can get it half off in a back issue bin sale, $2, $2.50. Yeah, it's worth it. I don't know that I'd call it dollar bin fodder because I think it's got at least one or two first appearances in it. But yeah, so that's kind of my take on a couple of the new books. As for, man, DC is just throwing out all their good facsimiles right now. So Detective Comics 38, this is the first appearance of Robin. This facsimile came out a week and a half ago, so I picked that up. I picked up issue number 5. I finally finished buying the original run of Ragman, the 5-issue run for Ragman for this Copper Age cool character from DC that I've been picking up. So that one I brought in. I am not sure if I showed them off, but I did pick up some G.I. Joe books in a recent sale back around, I think, for Halloween. One of those that I wanted to re-show if I had not already showed it, I wanted to make sure to show it. So this is G.I. Joe number 9 for my G.I. Joe run. This is an 8.0 plus or minus, and did get it for half off, so I got it for a good price. And always cool to add to the stack. And then I just got this in, so shout out to T-Pain. This is Batman Grendel Devil's Riddle, and this is autographed by Matt Wagner. So he did sign this on the front in silver, and this just came in. This is a mail call from from my good buddy T-Pain. Last thing I'll show was a couple of books I'm rebagging and boarding. This is a cool Zorro Matanzas. This is an ash can for Zorro for one of the miniseries by art by Mike Mayhew. So I thought that was cool because I just put that in one of the new Ilars with clear backers. And then Tailspin, I had picked this up. I think I showed it off before, but this was the ongoing Tailspin show or cartoon or comic book adaptation of the show. This is issue number 1, which is really high grade, put 9.0 plus or minus. And then this is issue number 2. And that's an 8.5 plus or minus. And then issue number 4, I think I got all of them except for 3. The others I haven't bagged or boarded yet. I'm putting it about 7.5 plus or minus. So those are just some cool books that I picked up and enjoyed those. Nice. Indie Key Comics. That's good to hear. Let's see. Mark Millar has a new title coming in December for 60 called Nightclub. Vampires that are superheroes. Oh, nice. I like that. $1.99 cover price. You can't beat that at all. Indie Key Comics, man, you need to hit me up on Instagram and show me what you got. I'm a huge Zorro fan. I have a ton of books. It's cool that you've got posters. That's pretty sweet. But yeah, I'm a big Zorro fan because he's the original OG Hispanic superhero. And I'm a big fan of the Hispanic superheroes. So, hey, those are the books that I had to show off. I'm going to go ahead and kick it back over to Michael Presas, who you will never see in the same room at the same time as Steven Seagal. Are they the same person? Maybe. Who knows? But let's kick it over and let's see what you got, Michael.
Hey, real quick, show that Justice League book again, because I think what's going to happen is you might want to look more into it.
Uh-huh.
I think they're going to bring back Power Girl because the new Justice League, the new Justice Society, they're already showing they got a variant with her in there.
Really?
Yeah, so that might be a book to actually keep and hold. It's a good. I mean, if you got it for cover price or less, then it's a good spec book. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
You find it in a dollar bin like you're thinking that it might go to, which it might. It'd be worth picking up because, like I said, they're trying to bring back Power Girl.
Yeah, here's the thing. Power Girl. So I'm going to be releasing a video in the next couple of weeks with my top 10 picks for DC comic characters worth picking up right now, and Power Girl is one of them. Yep, There you go. There you go. You have oh, nice. Now wait, which one is this one? Because this is not her first appearance.
No, it's her third.
Nice. Okay.
And
Yep.
MP has the story that continues from here, which would be her fourth appearance.
Nice.
But I also have her first appearance, but I bought that a long time ago. But
that's an incredibly undervalued key.
well, it's going up already. People already, they already know you can't touch an 8.5 for 250, around 250 now. And that's an 8.5. You go higher, like I think of mine is a 9.0 or 9, somewhere between it's in the nines. That's already a $350 book. Not even, I got it a long time ago. Anyway,
yeah, no, I've seen those prices, and that's still undervalued for that book. I think.
Okay, it could be, but
yeah,
I know I didn't pay that much back then.
So what do you got for us?
Well, just if you want to continue with the recents, because I got stuff from what was that, the Halloween sales and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But for the recents, I went ahead and got Art Adams. I love Art Adams' work.
Oh yeah.
This is the Art Adams variant, and this is the recent Art Adams variant.
Nice.
He came out with a Star Wars Darth Maul, but that was a 1 in 50, and I couldn't. Nobody had it.
Yeah.
Paul might have it. And talking about specs, so I went ahead and picked this up also. Which
nice.
I think it has like 5 first appearances. I picked that up and the variant also.
Okay.
I'm not too big on Star Wars, at least the comics wise, but if I hear anything news about it or anything, especially if you can get it for covered price or $1 or $2 over, I try to pick it up.
Oh yeah.
Strange Tales finales. They're gonna go into they're gonna try to do like year 1, year 2, and year 3 of them, kind of like school.
Yeah.
So this is the Doyle Dormammu variant, and I went ahead and picked up Punchline. Oh, you want to get on? Yeah. Or you want to say hi?
Hi.
I just picked her up a little
Hi.
ago. Got her friends over here.
Oh, okay.
Thanksgiving break. Thanksgiving break.
Oh, there you go.
All right, and continue with a little bit of the kind of a spec, but it's a good continuation from the first series. People are starting to pick it up more, so I got that one. Another variant. This is issue number 3. The cosplay.
Wow.
And the polybag.
Oh yeah. Oh, of course.
The last thing that I got for new comic books that is worth mentioning at least would be the Batman Joker, the Deadly Duo, the Mark Silvestri sketch variant.
Yeah. Okay. So have you had a chance to read it yet?
No, I just picked this one up, and I didn't even get the regular covers because, even if you get a book like this, Mark Silvestri's artwork and the way that they print it, it's unreadable.
Yeah.
You open it, you might as well take the value off. But those would be your reader copies, so I might wait for the trade. But for now, that's pretty much what I got for as far as new books. I don't like I said, I got stuff that I picked up during the sales that I was going to go over with MT. and I got some slabs that I bought over um, online on Instagram auctions.
Okay. Well, yeah, you need to. So you need to be on. You need to come back on like next Monday and and jump on with us.
Yeah, I wasn't 100% sure if he was you were gonna do it or not. I didn't see you advertise it, so I went ahead and you know,
No, it was such a it was kind of a last minute thing because it was a holiday week and then I'd been so sick that we didn't post anything about it. We still had a decent showing. Oh, nice. He's
yeah,
going to
this
be all over those.
this one is the he where Man Wolf takes over the title, and this one is the first George Fedez cover work.
Really?
Yep, very. If you
That's
not a lot of people know about this, well, I do. You know, he did interiors, but he didn't do full. He had I think that they still didn't let him do much, but this is his very first cover work,
nice.
and I was able to find it in high grade. Just needs to be clean, pressed, and it could be 8.5 or 9. That's pretty much. Then, like I said, I haven't gone through the rest of my stuff by checking them out or cleaning them or anything.
Yeah, yeah.
So like I picked up finding these in the raw.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see any problems, but I haven't opened it up yet either. So I was lucky to get two,
Nice.
and I don't see a problem with neither one of them at all. But like I said, I haven't uh I haven't inspected them yet.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of books that I got that I haven't inspected yet, and this one was couldn't believe I found this in a dollar bin.
And what is that?
This is Black Orchid #1. This is right after. This is a Dave McKean cover also, which he doesn't draw anymore. A lot of this stuff is more uh, computer generated with images on top of images or pictures. He does. I think Batman Arkham Asylum was his last drawn book that I know of. He stopped. Everything's all been media. But this is Black Orchid is right after the Black Orchid 3-issue Prestige format series. She's an older character. She's from the Silver Age, and she's part of the Swamp Thing universe.
Really?
Yes, where she's mystical, not mystical, but she's plant based, like Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
But that's DC Vertigo. That's also Swamp Thing. But she's part of that Parliament of Trees is what Swamp Thing is part of, and she's part of it too. So I found it. I knew about it. The guy that was selling it was saying that he couldn't believe that it was still there because he expected it to be picked up. Not a lot of people know about it, and that's what I like. Carlos, you do the same thing. Paul does the same. We all do the same thing. Pick up books that nobody knows about, undervalue, um, and they become later on they become spec books. And I showed this before, but I'm just bringing it out again. Pamela Anderson's old TV show.
Yeah, I remember that show. They were like a detective agent. They were basically like Charlie's Angels without the trademark infringement.
Right.
Right, yeah. Tell you, man, the sexy girl action show is never going to go out of style.
the weird thing was I found this also. I could, people are looking for this book, but
Man, yeah, because
not
now
only
with James Gunn taking over,
not only that, I found two.
what?
But not only I'm gonna keep on with the surprises because this is not you. You find this book, you better snatch it up. You see the difference?
Oh, wow. So
This
what's the
is
blank one?
this is the hard to find. This is not second print. It is not second print. It is the very hard to find blank UPC book. And some shops they don't know or they don't care or they're not going to take the time to notice or price them different if they're not going to be able to sell it.
Hmm.
But people like me, Carlos, Paul, MT, everybody on this group, we don't just sell books, we buy, and we're always looking for stuff like that. And
Hmm.
the beautiful thing about it is, look who wrote it.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Man,
gonna
I
be
didn't know that.
yes, he's gonna be at Strictly's
That's
comic book
right.
convention, and
Yeah,
I'm gonna have him sign both of them, and I'm gonna
very
send them off
nice.
to CGC.
Very nice. Man, I had never even noticed that. I never noticed that he wrote those.
Well, Paul brought it to our attention, but I mean, I've bought them when they first came out, so this makes two copies of the UPC symbol, and I have them. This makes my second copy of the blank UPC box, so I have two of each.
Oh wow.
And I've always had them. Just these two, I came across it. People are going to be looking for them now, but I had them. I had a copy each in my personal stash since they first came out. And Paul, you know, reminded me, "Hey, Larry Hama wrote it." I'm like, "Damn, I gotta go get it now." So I dug mine. I dug mine up. So, like I said, I saw this at the shop during the Halloween sale and couldn't pass it up.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, not for yeah, you can't pass that up. That's pretty sweet, man. Well, that's a cool haul. Thank you for being here tonight. And so real quick we're gonna go ahead and bring it in for a landing here. Um, man, those are some cool. Hey, if you tuned in, pay attention because Mike picked some really sweet spec books, and those are those are ones definitely worth checking out. Thank y'all so much for being here. Just a couple of quick reminders for y'all that we do have a few different. There's a whole bunch of Linda Carter stuff in here. Wow. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff going on here. All right, so quick reminder. We got 3 nights of shows. This week, we will go ahead and do a giveaway show. We'll see who all wants to jump on and do it. I think it'll be mainly Paul and I. We'll do a quick holiday outro show. Then this Friday, I'm going to try to drop a video, my top 10 picks for great graphic novel gifts. So be on the lookout for that. If you're brand new to the collecting world, Comic Collecting for Beginners is a 4-part video series that's available here on the channel for free. I'm going to be pushing back my How to Ship Comic Books series to the first of the year, to after the first of the year, just because a bunch of stuff going on. Haven't had a chance to put it together to my liking. So we'll be coming back for that. And hey, just remember that we enjoy getting to hang out with you guys, each of the live streams that we do. Thank y'all for being here and for supporting the show. Even when we don't always get everything, even when we don't always get to put the word out, you guys are faithful and you tune in and you hang out with us. So I can't wait to get to hang out with you guys on Wednesday. Also, a quick note for those who won prizes. I will be working to. I'm finally going to be able. I missed about a week, a little over a week, if you heard, because I was out with the flu, literally on my back for almost a week straight, and yeah, it was not pleasant. But so I'm looking forward to getting caught up on starting to ship out prizes. So don't worry. Your prizes are still here. They're still safe. They just need to be packaged up and sent out. But thank you guys again, as always, for hanging out here. Big thanks to MT for getting things started. And big, huge thanks for our special guest tonight, Michael Presas, for joining us. Michael, you got any last words for everybody?
Uh, yeah, like I said, that's not even partial of what I picked up and since Halloween. And I just got like I said, I got today another package of slabs. Um, I might be getting some more. I'm still negotiating with this guy. I might be getting 2 or 3 more by next Monday. I could have them. They could be here, maybe.
Nice. Well, good
But
deal. Well,
yeah, if anything else, if I'm on next week, if you let me and MT especially, I mean, we go back and forth because I bought a slab from him. I don't think he knows why I bought it from him, and and I bought some more of the same issue, and I'll tell y'all why next week exactly why.
nice. Okay. Well, consider yourself booked for next Monday,
Okay,
and we'll see you 10 p.m. Central, and
all
we'll
right.
we'll have you on to show off some of your hauls. Also, I don't know if you're hitting up Bedrock for their Black Friday sale. We just had the Halloween sale, but they're having a Black Friday sale.
I'll
So
be there.
yeah, looking forward to that. And I do have still a few books here that I saved that I did not share that I'm going to show off for next week. But yeah. Oh yeah, I see you. El Green, I will definitely mess. Yeah, I need to meet up with Paul. I've told Paul to keep his distance. The past week and a half as I was sick because I didn't want him to get sick. But I will definitely be hitting him up about some of the giveaway books that he's got. Teresa, Paul's not on tonight, but will be on Wednesday. So everybody, hey, we've enjoyed hanging out with you tonight. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. And just say thanks for being in support of the channel. Thanks for continuing to just be a part of the channel. And we have enjoyed tonight, just like always, just getting to hang out and show off some books. He's got a cold
Just
open.
got another package. My daughter
Just
went
got
to the
another
mail.
package. All right,
Yeah,
so Michael's going to be back with us next Monday, and he's going to be showing off some of those books. But until then, you guys take care, take it easy, and we will see you next time. Have a great night.
night.
Bye-bye.